How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Runescape. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some more options for double experience investing. So if you watched the last video about looking at weapons and armor for double experience weekend, right now is actually at that time where those things are going to be at their low point. In the last video, I showed you kind of like the point where they hit the lowest in the graphs. That time is basically right around now. It's between now and Saturday. So if you're looking to invest in those things, you can definitely do so. Also, for the people who may not have that much money and you don't want to invest into the weapons and stuff, because as I showed I use an example of a noxious scythe in the last one, how investing over 200 million, you really only earned about 8 million or 10 million profit on that one in that last one. If you're looking to get a better return on your investment, then you may be wanting to look at finished items this weekend. So finished items is basically stuff that people are going to be making during the weekend and then selling off during the weekend for a very low price, because it is double experience weekend and people aren't really buying those things. They're more selling those things off. An example of that would be people doing like dragon hide bodies. By making them with dragon hide leathers for crafting experience. So when people will get done with those items, they'll just dump them in the Grand Exchange and they'll go very, very low in price. Now the thing is though, is they don't stay low in price. They end up recovering after the weekend, and that can take anywhere from a few days all the way up to a few weeks. But most items will actually fully recover within a few days, so which is pretty nice, which makes the double experience investing during the weekend is actually almost better than double experience investing before the weekend. And actually, in my own opinion, I actually enjoy investing during the weekend far more than before the weekend, just because you have a much better idea of what's going to happen with the prices. So with that being said, I have a suggestion for you guys, and that would be to actually make a spreadsheet. Now what you can do is you can do something like this. I'll actually show you a great example right here. So this right here is our double experience investing mastery spreadsheet. If you are a member of the Patreon and you are in our Discord, the Patreon is basically a way that you can donate toward the channel if you guys enjoy the content. If it helps you out, then I really do appreciate the people who support the channel with donations. If you are donating for investing mastery, then you'll have access to the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet's not done yet. This is kind of like a teaser version of it, but it goes way down. There's going to be a lot of items on this list. Essentially what it's going to do is show you guys what you guys can buy. Now, kind of like I said, you guys can make your own spreadsheet if you want to. If you don't want to spend the time doing that, or you want to have a better idea of what you're doing, like if you are very new to double experience investing, then it can be very difficult for you to make up your own spreadsheet. I totally understand that. That is why I have this up here to help out the people with investing mastery. So I'll give you a little bit of an idea of how this spreadsheet right here works, and also what you can do with your own. So right here we've got an item like green dragon hide body. So green dragon hide body is on this list because it's one of those items, like I just mentioned, where they do drop really low during the weekend. With that in mind, the green dragon hide body is on here for that reason. Now see, our target sell price is the next category here. So what target sell price basically means is a price that you're going to be wanting to sell this item for after the weekend ends. So you'll have the item on here on the left, and on the right the target sell price of what you'll be selling it after the weekend ends. That way that it's very easy to use this spreadsheet, because all you have to do is look at the item, and if you're buying it for less than the target sell price, then you know you're going to make a profit. Now obviously there's always going to be a small amount of risk in any kind of investing, but this investing is actually fairly solid. The only way you're going to run into an issue with investing in items like these right here, with these, basically they're kind of like a recovery investment. You're basically investing into these items based on hoping for them to recover in price. When it comes to these things, you're really only going to be running into an issue, like I said, if there's some kind of update. Like a couple double experiences ago, I think it was 2 ago, that we had the invention machines came out. When invention machines came out, that kind of hurt some of the items such as mahogany planks and made it so they did not recover back to where they should, mostly because of the fact that it made them much easier to get. So if we have some kind of an update like that, then that could damage the possibility of you earning money. But in general though, these are going to be pretty much safe except for that. So the overall risk is extremely low. The overall possibility to make profit is extremely high. So it makes it one of the best times to invest in Runescape, so it's a great time to take advantage of it. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I make this spreadsheet, so that way you guys can feel free to make your own spreadsheet, or like I said, you guys can always donate and get this one too, along with all the rest of the double experience investing stuff and all the other investing mastery content as well that's in the Patreon. If you guys remember that the 110 million old school RuneScape profit investing opportunity that I posted it was like last week, that dragon dart tip investing was actually in the investing mastery as I showed, so you get stuff like that in there too. But anyway, let's go ahead and go on how you can build this on your own. So right here we have green dragon hide body. So the way that I first of all, the way that I found green dragon hide body as an item was basically a lot of it has to do with a lot of experience too. Making a list like this, you kind of have to have experience with doing double experience weekends before. I've been playing RuneScape since 2001, so I've been around for every single double experience weekend we've ever had. So I know how items act, and I know what items are good to target. With that being said, though, just focus on items that are going to be stuff that people make, and then are going to end up selling off for you know, a good price. There are other items too that people don't necessarily make that will drop quite low in price, but those are kind of things, like I said, you're going to just have to have some knowledge based on that. And a good example of that would be something like Iron Claws. Iron Claws is not something that people are really going to be making during the weekend, but Iron Claws will actually drop during the weekend, mostly because of the fact that people will just be throwing off. They're going to dump a lot of stuff in their bank that they don't need, and they want to have money to buy more things. So Iron Claws is actually one of those things that will end up dropping. Now, going back up here to the green dragon hide body, now after we've already made our list of things to look for, then now we have to figure out how to find out the target sell price. So the way we do that is like this. We have green dragon hide body here. Go ahead and look on here on this green dragon hide body graph. So this is the graph from RuneScape Wiki. RuneScape Wiki, runescape.wiki.com is going to be the best place to find graphs, in my opinion. But basically all you gotta do is go through like this. So a great way to do this is just to pull up like the 6 month or the 1 year, whichever one gives you like a good average. You're looking for something that's going to give you a good average. Like if you look right here, in this time period right here, is not a great time to look for an average because of the fact these prices are all wacky. But if you look over the whole thing, this whole graph as a whole, you see it actually has a pretty straight linear line. So where that linear line is going to be is basically right here. You're going to be seeing like 3960, 3980. Now I'm looking at the 30-day average, by the way. 4,000, 3980, 4,000. You know, it's right around 4,000. Blah blah blah. If you notice that this 30-day average number is right about 4,000, pretty much throughout the entire thing. It's like 3970, 3980. The blue, it represents how much it's actually going for in the GE. So if we kill the red line, we can see right here that it hits 4,000 frequently. If you see those numbers right there, bump up to 4,000. So we see that it is frequently below 4,000, but not by very much. And the number that it seems to hit up to is about 4,000. So what you end up putting over here in the target sell price is going to be 4,000 plus. Now you could put something like 4,010 plus if you want to be more specific, but I'm putting 4,000 plus because that's a very reliable number to be able to sell at. For people who are going to be using this investing mastery spreadsheet, I want them to be able to have you know, like a much easier way of figuring out what the price is. I could get super specific and be like, well, you could slow sell your green dragon hide bodies for 40.49 over time, but the only thing is though, that's not that easy to use. That's not something that's like it's very easy for people to use. It's not super easily accessible. For people who have no idea what they're doing with Double Experience Weekend, I want this spreadsheet to still apply to those people. Let's go over one more here. So we got blue dragon hide chaps, 3,800 plus. I'll show you guys how I found this one. This one is a another one that's it's gonna be a little bit harder to find. Oops, wrong one. It's gonna be a little bit harder to find the target price for an item like blue dragon hide chaps, and I'll show you why. Okay, so blue dragon hide chaps. So we're looking in here. As you can see how this is like way up here, and you notice how this graph is just all over the place. It's kind of hard to, you know, if most people would look at this and be like, how am I supposed to figure out what's going on with this? So blue dragon hide chaps is one of those examples of items that don't recover right away. Remember how I said there's some that'll recover in a few days, but there's other ones that might recover in a few weeks? Well, blue dragon hide chaps is an example of that, and you can kind of tell by the fact this is like a rugged mountain range. It's not really like a, you know, kind of like a flat plain like it was before. So we're not going to go back a year because that's kind of like not really as relevant as current times, because the fact invention machines and all that kind of stuff are out and blah blah blah. So we're looking about right here, and I got on my list I put 2,800 plus, and the reason why I put 2,800 plus is oh wait, sorry, that's the wrong one. Come down here to blue dragon hide chaps, 3,800 plus. Okay, I was like, yeah, wait, that number's not correct. So 3,800 plus. The reason why I got that is because if you look right here, we'll go ahead and take the blue for example. The red one is kind of difficult to use because the fact the red one, like these prices are too wacky to really use that 30-day average. So we're looking at right here. 37.65, got 35.15, drops all the way down. That was probably actually because of double experience weekend. We got 3,800 there. We got 3,900 here. We got 36.48. We've got 3,700. We got 37.50, and then it goes way, way, way up here. So essentially what I did is I took like the high average over here, which is about 3,700, and then went a little bit above that because of the fact that over the last few months it's been kind of nuts. It's been like ever since January, it's been kind of nuts over here on these prices. So I was just really assuming that they're going to recover a little bit higher than that 3,700. We're going to see higher, closer to the peaks like this one right here of 38 and 3,900. So that's how I got to the price of 3,800 on this one. So as you can see, the target sell prices are not actually the easiest thing in the world to find sometimes. They're actually sometimes pretty hard to find. And they're also not 100% accurate. It just basically, you just have to use your best judgment. And it really helps if you have some experience in doing double experience investing previously. All right, guys. That's basically what I want to show you guys. We're going to be showing, I'm going to be working actually on this double experience investing mastery spreadsheet for the rest of the day. Actually, it's going to take me a very long time to do it. So I do highly appreciate those people that donate toward this pass. You know that you're getting a full day of work in here. But this list is going to be huge. It's going to be a gigantic list of different items. It's definitely not just going to be this. And then also I'll be putting up tips over here that show you guys, different stuff to do. For example, if you have a lower amount of GP to work with, focus your investments on items that have a higher return and profit. So if you're going through here and you're like, man, I'm only going to make 100 each on these red dragon hide bodies, but I'm going to make 500 each on these blue dragon hide chaps, and they're also cheaper, then it's definitely, go for the blue dragon hide chaps. But that's kind of the general idea too. That's kind of another reason why I wanted to bring this this video up to you guys too, is like, yes, it's a great time to invest in those weapons and armor, but if you have a lower amount of money, you may be wanting to look towards things that give you a higher return on your investment. That also applies to people who just, maybe you do have plenty of money, but you want to maximize how much you earn during the weekend, like just as much as you possibly can. Another great idea too, guys, by the way, is if you ever thought about making an alt, it is a great time to make an alt, because the fact that this weekend is going to be a wonderful time to put money on that alt and then use that alt in order to make some profits. Just remember that every alt you have is extra buy limits. So if you find an item that's buying really, really low and you're like, man, I really want to take advantage of that item, then you can take extra advantage of that item by making so you have extra alts to use to flip that stuff or to buy that stuff. So anyway, if you guys have more questions about this investing mastery and everything like that, or if you guys have questions about this video, please let me know. After this weekend, I'm probably going to be making another video that's going to follow up to this kind of stuff. That way you guys can see, when you should be trying to sell your products and stuff like that. So if you guys would like to see that, then be sure to let me know that that is something you want to see. I want to make videos you guys are interested in seeing. Well, all right, guys, have a great one. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have all you have a great double experience weekend. And see you next time. Bye.